our talks on the 4 agreements. It's our weekly Wired for Wellness episode, and I apologize for jumping on you guys a little bit late. The in-laws came over and dropped off a filing cabinet right at 2:00, obviously, which is great. So it's always good to get a nice visit from them. And so got that unloaded and we're here and ready to roll. So as I was saying, week number 4 of the 4 agreements. So the 4th and final agreement. Now, if you can remember from the past 3 weeks, we've gone through the previous 3. And so we talked about being honest with your word, being always clear with your word, making sure they're being truthful and honest all the time. We talked about number 2, our second agreement was always not making assumptions. And the third agreement was, oh my goodness, I'm having a blank right live on camera. Our second agreement was, let me just look this up quick because I'm going to make myself panic here. Don't take anything personally. Yes. So there we go. Don't take anything personally. Being honest and always being truthful with your word and not making assumptions being our first 3. And number 4 is doing your best. So even when you forget one of the 4 key agreements that you're talking about in your presentation, keep on going because that's the best that you've got for today. And that's probably the most important thing, right? Because I think a lot of us, when we hear do our best, all of a sudden we think of having to be the best, right? And there's a difference there because when you think about being the best, then you're carrying all the other judgments and opinions, maybe that are floating around your own head, but likely the ones that you're attributing to other people, friends, family members, coworkers, etc. And that is not the point of this one, because remember, we talked about not making assumptions and not taking anything personally. So the opinions of other people don't necessarily matter to us in this situation. What we're talking about here is doing the best that we have with where we are right now, right? So that's our personal best today, regardless of what anybody else thinks or feels about the effort that you gave. Now, this is important because the idea with the principle behind this agreement is always taking action, because this is another easy one, right? You say, if I want to be my best, then I need to learn this, or I need to understand this, or I need more of this before I start. And no, your best is how you are exactly today, not thinking about how you've been in the past, not thinking about what you could be in the future, how you are today. So being present, taking action to the best of your abilities as you are today is the intention of this one. And doing it just for the sake of being your best effort and putting your best foot forward. And so the example they give in the book is about working. Obviously, a lot of people do a job that they don't necessarily enjoy for the idea, the satisfaction, or the reward they get from doing the work. So the work they're doing or the action they're taking isn't necessarily the thing that they enjoy. It's the reward they get at the end. So they work hard all week to get their paycheck at the end of the week, and then they do all kinds of things on the weekend to distract themselves from the work that they don't enjoy doing. So this one just talking about doing your best work, putting your best foot forward just for the sake of taking the action and doing the work. And chances are good things will come back to you when you're doing good things and putting them out into the world. And so before we wrap up with this one, again, want to really stress the idea of your best being the best that you can do now. And part of doing your best is making sure you always take care of yourself so you can come back and be your best again tomorrow. And I think this is probably the part when I first read this book that I read Do Your Best and thought, yes, I'm always working hard. I'm always trying to do my best. I'm going to keep up and keep working hard. And a lot of times you compromise your own sleep, your own nutrition, your own free time with friends and family to help other people, right? And you think that's doing your best. But what it does is it kind of wears you down. And when you're giving more than you have to give in a given day, it wears you down. It leaves you feeling tired. It leaves you feeling lethargic, that your best isn't good enough going forward. And eventually, you do get to that point where you kind of burn out and hit the wall. And so part of doing your best is doing your best to take care of yourself each and every day. And so not doing any more than you're capable of. And that's where some of the other agreements come in, like not taking anything personally. The one that I couldn't remember at the beginning of this is so important, because if you're always working based on what you think other people expect of you, then you're always going to either put yourself or let yourself off the hook. Maybe no one's watching, so I'm not going to give it 100%. I'm not going to do my best, or the opposite, right? Somebody whose opinion you value is watching you, so you're going to do more than you know you can just to try and impress them, right? Don't take anything personally. And so this finally is the magic secret sauce of the whole paradigm of the 4 agreements, because obviously if we're going through life, we're not always going to be impeccable with our word, right? We're not going to always be honest and truthful. We're going to make mistakes. We're humans. But if we do our best, then we're going to analyze that situation, what happened, and we're going to come back better next time around, maybe apologizing if we need to. Again, not taking anything personally. 100% at some point in our lives, we're going to get riled up. We're going to get frustrated with something or someone, or maybe even possibly ourselves, right? We won't get it right all the time, but we're going to do our best, and we're going to make sure that we come back better next time around. And as well, finally, We have be impeccable with the word. We have not taking anything personally. I'm having a really hard time keeping all three of these in my head today, and I don't know what the problem is, but I'm doing my best. So here we go. Not making assumptions. So again, we're not always going to do this one. Probably for me, like I said last week, is one of the hardest ones. So not making assumptions, always trying to be 2 steps ahead, think through what people's thoughts and comments and actions mean, and getting ahead of yourself. So you're not always going to do that. You're going to make assumptions. You're going to jump ahead and not be clear and communicate up front and make assumptions about what people want. And that's okay, because as long as you're doing your best, then that's all you can do. So put your best foot forward, do the action just for the sake of doing it. Be present. Don't worry about what you could have done in the past, what you might be able to do in the future. Don't wait for the opportunity to have more knowledge, to have more opportunities, to have more skills or resources or whatever it may be. Take the action that you can do today and do it to the best of your possible effort. Be kind, be impeccable with your word as often as possible. Don't make assumptions whenever you can, and don't make it personally. And those are the 4 agreements that open up all the other beautiful possibilities in life. So there you go. 4 agreements, short, sweet, simple. I really love that book. Keep coming back to it and learning more and more from it each time that I do read it. So highly encourage you guys to check it out. And see what you think. I'd love to hear from you guys down below. Go ahead and throw a comment in the comments section. Which of the 4 agreements is the one that you found the most valuable or the most helpful for you in your life? I'd love to hear from you guys. And finally, we have a few minutes left, so I want to talk to you guys about the lifestyle challenge that I teased the beginning of the month, because that's coming up now. So it's being hosted through the clinic, Discover Wellness, and is running from October 15th, so just coming up the next Friday, running all the way through to November 12th. And so every single day, there's going to be some kind of lifestyle challenge or some kind of small habit that you can do very easily, very simply within your day. We're going to cover nutrition, we're going to cover mindfulness, we're going to cover fitness, and we're going to cover stretching and mobility. Those are the 4 categories we have. And so every single day, Monday to Friday, we're going to have one of those 4 categories being addressed in the video. And there's lots of great opportunities for you guys to jump in, participate. Have gift cards at the end of the month for the people that are doing the most posting or contributing to the group. So we have an Instagram page and we have a Facebook page, and those are going live hopefully on Friday. So I'm jumping the gun here a little bit because we're only Wednesday, but it's there. And so watch, we'll have an email hopefully coming out in the next day or 2 with all the links for you guys to jump in and join. And then that's starting, like I said, next Friday. So we'll give lots of communication to those of you that already following us on the social channels to get in and get involved. And that's going to be a lot of fun. We did a smaller version of this, a stretching challenge for 2 weeks last year, and everybody really had a great time participating and being involved with it. So this one's a little bit bigger, 30 days now, and a couple different categories of lifestyle habits to hopefully reinforce some things we've been talking about here, right? Doing your best, taking care of your body, and then moving forward in life, putting your best foot forward all the time. And so obviously coming in from massage therapy is one of the things that you can do to care for your body and take care of yourself, but it's just a part of the puzzle. There's all kinds of other amazing habits and lifestyle activities that you can do to help take care of your body and take care of yourself. So you're always putting your best forward, always doing your best. And so that's the idea of this challenge, is get in, participate. Maybe a lot of you guys recognize and know some of the habits and challenges that we're recommending over the next 30 days, but I'm sure at least one of them is going to be new for you guys, maybe more. And that's the idea. Get in and try some new challenges and see what works for you. Because again, a lot of times we have intentions about things that we're going to do one day, but we're not quite sure how to implement them. So all of these are going to be really easy. They're going to be really actionable because we're going to do our best, which is just showing up and moving to our best of our ability today. So there you go. Wrap this up because I like to try and keep them under 10 minutes. Watch the email coming out by the end of the week with the Discover Wellness Lifestyle Challenge. I'd love to see you guys out and participating in that. And we have our 4 agreements. The 4 agreements are: be impeccable with your word, don't make assumptions, don't take anything personally, and always do your best. Whew, there you go. Took me the whole 10 minutes, but I got them all in my head now. So there we go. Have a wonderful week, everyone. Thank you always for tuning in. We'll be back here next week, same time, same place. And the theme for the month of October is going to be habits, obviously, because we're talking about lifestyle challenge and lifestyle habits. So we're going to have 4 different areas of habit formation and making sure that we're choosing good, effective habits that we can do confidently. And that'll be our theme for the next couple of weeks coming up. So tune in again next Wednesday, 2:00, and we'll see you guys here for that. Take care, everyone. Have a good day.